Hello students. Now here we will solve all the problems given in the second model question paper, which was released by the Karnataka State Board SSLC. So this is the second maths model question paper which I'll be solving. To view the solutions of the first model question paper, you can check out the link given in the description. So let us begin. So the first section, you have 8 questions and all these 8 questions are multiple choice. So we need to choose the right answer and also provide the solution. Now the first question, the lines a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0 are intersecting. So if they are intersecting, then the ratio of the coefficients are. So we know that if they are intersecting, then a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So if you observe all the options, it is option A. Right? So you can see all the options on the screen. So you find that the right answer is option A. The second question, 2x, 14 are in arithmetic progression. What is x? Now we know that these three numbers are in AP. So in that case, the common difference between 2 and x and 14 remains the same, because this is D and this also is D. So in that case, we know that x minus 2 is the common difference, will be equal to 14 minus x, isn't it? So let me take x to this side, so I get 2x, 2 to the other side, it becomes 16. So therefore x is equal to 16 by 2 equals 8. So now what is the right option? 8 is the right option, and you have to choose D. So D is 8, so you get 8 as the right option. The standard form of quadratic equation, again very simple. It is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So you observe all the 4 options, you find that this corresponds to option B. Alright, next, fourth one, sine 90 minus theta, complementary angles. So we know that 90 minus theta, it's always positive. Sine complementary is cos, it is cos theta. Now if you observe all the 4 options, where is the right answer? It is nothing but option A. The next one, tan 45. So we know that tan 45 is 1. Very easy. So among all 4 options, we find that you have 1 for option C. Then question 6. Question 6, you have a graph shown, and this is point A, right? So this is 2. This is x-axis and y-axis. So what are the coordinates of this point A? So the coordinates of this point A, of course, is 2 for x, and y it is 0. So the answer is 2, 0. And what is the right option? The right option is D. The 7th one, the empirical relationship between the 3 measures of central tendency is. So again very easy. We know that 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean. Right? So this is by definition 3 times median is mode plus 2 times mean, and we find that this corresponds to option B. Next, 8th one, ST is parallel to QR as shown in the figure, right? And then PS by SQ. So if these 2 lines are parallel, PS by SQ is definitely equal to PT by TR, isn't it? So it is equal to PT by TR. So where is PT by TR? PT by TR corresponds to option A. So we find that all the 8 questions, the first 8 questions of the second model question paper are very easy. So you can just finish this in hardly 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So let's move on to the second section, where we need to answer 8 questions in a sentence. So second main, question 9. It's been given that x plus y equals 7. If x equals 3, then what is y? Very easy, put the value of x. So it is 3 plus y equals 7. So if I take 3 to the other side, I get y equals 7 minus 3 equals 4. So y is equal to 4 is the right answer. Very simple problem. 10th one, P is the midpoint of BC. So there is a triangle. This is A, this is B, and this is C. And the coordinate values have been given. So A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2, and C is x3, y3. And what has been given? P is nothing but the midpoint of B and C. So remember that B is x2, y2 and C is x3, y3. So therefore, I need to find the midpoint of B and C. So do not make the mistake of including x1 and y1. So what is the midpoint? So midpoint P of x comma y. So this is x and y. So what is P x comma y? It is nothing but x2 plus x3 by 2. And then y2 plus y3 by 2. Right, so this is the answer for the 10th one. Next, 11th one. Write the measure of the angle formed when the tangent to a circle and the radius drawn from the center of the circle to the point of contact of the tangent. So you have a circle and there is a tangent. Right? So now there is a radius. Let this be OP. So we need to find the angle. So we need to find the angle here. Find in the sense we need to write what is the angle measure of the radius and the tangent at this point P. So we know that this angle is always 90 degrees. Or is that right angle? The formula for total surface area. The total surface area of a cylinder. Now what is the total surface area of a cylinder? It is nothing but 2 pi r into r plus h square units. So the total surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r into r plus h square units. All of them are very direct questions. So let's move on to problem 13. Write the formula of the volume of solid sphere. So what is the volume of solid sphere? It is nothing but 4 by 3 pi r cube. So do not forget the units. So this is cubic units. Right? So it is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Next, 14th one. So write the mathematical relationship between slant height L, the height h, and the radius r of a cone. So all the formulas you should have known by this time. So therefore we know that L square equals r square plus h square. So this is the relationship between the slant height L, height h, and radius r. Next, 15th one. In an arithmetic progression, if an equals 3n minus 2, so that has been given in the question, 3n minus 2, find the second term. I need to find a2. So since an has been given and I need to find a2, I have to substitute n equal to 2. So therefore a2 equals 3 into 2 minus 2, which is 6 minus 2 equal to 4. So a2 is 4. Very simple. Next, 16th one. If 15 cot A is 8, 15 cot A equals 8, then what is tan A? So I need to find tan A. So what is cot A? Cot A is 8 by 15, and we know that tan A is nothing but the reciprocal of cot A. That is 1 by cot A equals tan A. So the reciprocal of this is 15 by 8. So that is the answer. So again, very easy questions in the second section. So now let's move on to the third section where you have 8 questions and all the questions carry 2 marks. So here are 2 equations, x plus y equals a, 2x minus y equals 7, and I need to solve this by the method of elimination. So I need to eliminate one of the variable. So this is plus y minus y. If I add both of them, y gets eliminated. So I add both of them, I get 3x equals 8 plus 7 is 15. So x equals 15 by 3, which is equal to 5. So substitute 5 in the first equation. So I get 5 plus y equals 8, or y equals 8 minus 5 equals 3. So y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 5 is the answer. Then the 18th one. The arithmetic progression is given 2, 7, 12 and so on. We need to find the 10th term. So now what is the first term? The first term is A, which is 2. And what is the common difference? The common difference is the difference between the two terms. So 7 minus 2 is 5. So I'm skipping steps and I'm just writing the answers directly. So the common difference is 7 minus 2 or 12 minus 7, you get it as 5. And what is A10? A10 is A plus 10 minus 1, which is 9 into D. So it is 2 plus 9 into 5. So 2 plus 9 5s are 45. So you get the value as 47. So 47 is the 10th term. The 19th problem, find the sum of this progression up to 20 terms. So here A is 2. And what is the common difference? 5 minus 2 is 3. And then of course n equals 20. So what is the formula? S20 is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have n by 2 is 20 by 2 into 2 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 into 3. So what do we get? So I get the value as 10. So 20 by 2 is 10 into 4 plus 19 into 3. So 19 into 3 is 57. So 57 plus 4 is 61 into 10. So the answer is 610. So 610 is the answer. So problem 20, here is the quadratic equation. You need to find the discriminant and comment on the nature of the roots. So what is the discriminant? The discriminant is nothing but delta equals b square minus 4ac. Now comparing this with the standard form, which is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. What is a? A is 3, b is minus 5 and c equals 2. Alright, so what is delta? Delta is minus 5 the whole square minus 4 into a is 3 into c is 2. So I get 25 minus 4 into 3 is 12, 12 into 2 is 24, 24 which is equal to 1, which is greater than 0. So since the value of delta, the discriminant, is greater than 0, the roots are distinct and real. So the roots are distinct and real because delta is greater than 0. So problem 21, I need to solve this by using the formula. So what is the formula? The formula is, of course, x equals minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So comparing this with the standard form of the quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a is 1, b equals minus 2 and c equals 3. So let me substitute the values here. So x equals, b is minus of minus 2, so be careful with the negative sign, plus minus root of minus 2 the whole square minus 4 into a is 1 into c is 3 divided by 2 into 1. So I have 2 plus or minus root of, so this is 4 minus 12 divided by 2. So what do I get here? So we get 2 plus or minus root of minus 8 by 2. So now what do you observe? I have a negative sign within the root. So is it possible for us to find the roots? No, it is not possible. So therefore we write that the roots do not exist. Right? So why is it that the roots do not exist? Because I have a negative value within the root. Right? So therefore the roots do not exist. So let's move on to the next one. So for the 21st question, we have or factorize x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So now two numbers when multiplied should give me 6 and when added should give me 5. So we know that 3 into 2 is 6, 3 plus 2 is 5. So I can factorize it as x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. X into x plus 3 plus 2 into x plus 3 equals 0. So I have x plus 2 into x plus 3 equal to 0, or we have x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to minus 3. So these are the two values. So moving on with the next problem, 22. Find the distance between A 3, 6 and B 5, 7 using distance formula. So if this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2, we know that the distance formula is nothing but root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So what is x2? It is 5, x1 is 3 the whole square plus y2 is 7 minus y1 is 6 the whole square. So what do I get? This is 2 square plus 1 square. So this is 4 plus 1 is root 5 units. So 22nd problem, we have one more part, or the question states that find P. So we need to find a point P which divides the line joining A 0, 0 and B 5, 10 in the ratio 2:3. Right? So we have the section formula. So if the coordinates of P be x, y, so P of x, y is nothing but, so let us assume that this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2 and this is m1, m2. Right? So what is section formula? m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is for the x coordinate, and then you have m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So m1 is 2 into x2 is 5 plus m2 is 3 into x1 is 0 divided by m1 plus m2 is 2 plus 3 which is 5. Then m1 is 2 into y2 is 10 plus m2 is 3 into y1 is 0 divided by 5 again. So here we get 10 by 5 and then here we have 20 by, so what do we get? 10 by 5 is 2 and 4. So the point P is 2, 4. So this completes both the parts of 22. So 23 of course is a construction which I assume that you are well versed with. So construct a tangent to a circle of 4 centimeters. So you have to draw a circle of radius 4 centimeters. Okay, and you need to draw a tangent to touch any point P on its circumference. Say let's assume that this is P. So you need to draw a tangent which will touch the circle at the circumference. So make sure that you use the geometry box and draw the circle correctly with all the required steps to draw the tangent. So I will skip this question because it requires construction and the steps are known. So let's move on to problem 24. So problem 24 is again an easy problem. So given a triangle, let's assume that this is ABC, for example. So this is 90 degrees, theta is here, alpha is here. We need to find sine alpha plus cos theta. Now what is sine alpha? This is angle alpha. Sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. So opposite side is 3 divided by 5 plus cos theta. Cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So for theta the adjacent side is 3 divided by 5. So 3 by 5 plus 3 by 5 is nothing but 6 by 5 is the answer. So this completes all the problems of this section where each problem carries 2 marks. So now let's move on to 4. You have 9 problems and each of them carry 3 marks. So problem 25. So here we need to understand the problem correctly. The train travels 480 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 10 kilometers per hour more, then it would take 4 hours less time for the same journey. So the time taken would be 4 hours less. So we need to find the constant speed of the train. Now in both the cases, the distance traveled is 480 kilometers. So let us assume that this is 480 kilometers. So train travels at a constant speed x, the same distance. So now in the next case, if the train would have travelled at the speed x plus 10, then the time taken would have been 4 hours less. So now if the time taken for the train to travel 480 kilometers at a speed x, let this be t1 time and let this be t2. So t2 is 4 hours less compared to t1. So we know that time equals distance by speed. So what is t1? T1 is distance is 480 by x, whereas what is t2? T2 is distance, which is again 480 by speed. Now speed is x plus 10 because the speed is increased by 10. But what is the difference? The difference is 4 hours. Because the train is traveling faster, it reaches 4 hours earlier. So the difference between T1 and T2 is 4. So T1 minus T2 is 4. So what is T1? 480 by x minus 480 by x plus 10. So this is equal to 4. So I have 480 by x minus 480 by x plus 10, that is equal to 4. So let's take the LCM. So 480 into x plus 10 minus 480 into x divided by x into x plus 10 gives me 4. So I have 480x plus 4800 minus 480x. So this I take it to RHS. So this would be x square plus 10x. Equals 4 into x square plus 10x. So 480x gets cancelled. So I have 4x square minus 40x. I'll take 4800 to the other side, so it becomes minus 4800 equals 0. So this is the equation which I have to solve. So now can I divide the entire equation by 4? Yes. So if I divide the entire equation by 4, I get x square. 4 by 4 is 1, plus 40 by 4 is 10, so I get 10x, minus 4800 by 4. So we know that 12 4s are 48, so this is 1200 equal to 0. Okay, so now I need two numbers such that when you multiply two numbers, it should give me minus 1200. And when you add them, it should give me 10. Now what are those two? Now we know that 4 into 3 is 12, right? 4 into 3 is 12. But what about 40 into 30? That gives me 1200. So if I have plus 40 and minus 30. So plus 40 minus 30, when I multiply I get minus 1200. When I add them I get plus 10. So here I have the factors x square plus 40x minus 30x minus 1200 equals 0. So x into x plus 40 minus 30 into x plus 40 equal to 0. So I have x plus 40 into x minus 30 equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 40 or x is equal to 30. So now the speed cannot be negative. So minus 40 is not the right option. So the only option is x equal to 30. So the speed is kilometer per hour. So this is what we had to calculate. So moving on with the next one. So 25 or, there's one more question. Find two consecutive odd positive integers whose sum of the squares is 290. So let the first odd integer be x. So what is the next odd integer? If the odd integer is x, the next one, x plus 1, would be even. So the consecutive odd integer would be x plus 2. So keep this in mind, right? So x plus 1 would be even. So the two numbers are x and x plus 2. So now the sum of this squares, that means x square plus x plus 2 the whole square. I am taking the square of both of them and I am adding. that is equal to 290. So I need to find the two numbers. So x square plus 4x plus 4 equals 290. So I have 2x square plus 4x. I bring 290 to LHS, so it becomes minus 290 plus 4. So that gives me minus 286 equal to 0. So let me divide the entire equation by 2. So I get x square plus 2x minus 143 equal to 0. So if I observe that 143 is divisible by 13, you get 11. So the two numbers are 13 and 11. So 13 minus 11. When I multiply these two, I get minus 143. When I add these two, I get plus 2x. So therefore x square plus 13x minus 11x minus 143 equal to 0. So x into x plus 13 minus 11 into x plus 13 equal to 0. So I have x minus 11, x plus 13 equal to 0, or I have x equal to 11 or x equal to minus 13. Right? So here it's been given that two integers which are positive, two odd integers. So this cannot be the option. So therefore the numbers are x equal to 11 and the next one would be x plus 2, which is 13. So the two numbers are 11 and 13. So problem 26, we need to prove that you have cosecant 90 minus theta minus sine 90 minus theta. So cosecant theta minus sine theta into tan theta plus cot theta. So these two terms multiplied should be equal to 1, and this is what I need to prove. So let me take the LHS part. So considering the LHS, so what is cosecant 90 minus theta complementary angles? It is secant theta minus sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. I'll put the brackets here. Now I know that cosecant theta is 1 by sine theta minus sine theta. And here, so I have tan theta, and what is cot theta? It is 1 by tan theta. So I have 1 by tan theta. Alright. Now what is secant theta? Secant theta is 1 by cos theta minus cos theta. I'll put the brackets. So now if I take the LCM here, I have sine theta into 1 minus sine square theta. And here we have, let me take the LCM tan theta. So I get tan square theta plus 1. So similarly here also I'll take the LCM. So I get cos theta 1 minus cos square theta. So what is 1 minus cos square theta? You would have already guessed it. So now 1 minus sine square theta is nothing but cos square theta, isn't it? So we know that cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. So therefore 1 minus sine square theta is equal to cos square theta divided by sine theta. And what is 1 plus tan square theta? It is secant square theta divided by tan theta. And what about this? 1 minus cos square theta is nothing but sine square theta. So I have sine square theta here. Alright, so now what can be cancelled? So let's see what and all can be cancelled. So I have sine can be cancelled, 1 cos can be cancelled. So now I have sine theta into cos theta. And what is secant square theta? It is nothing but 1 by cos square theta. And what is tan theta? Is nothing but sine theta by cos theta. So that cos theta will go on top. So sine theta gets cancelled. This is 2 cos theta with cos square theta. So we get the answer as 1. A very simple problem. So we have another part. So 26, either you solve this or there's another part, we'll solve that too. So prove that LHS equals RHS. Alright, so now let us take the LCM here. So if I take the LCM, I have, this is a plus b into a minus b. So I get a square minus b square, that is sine square theta minus cos square theta. So here I have sine theta minus cos theta into this. So I get sine theta minus cos theta the whole square plus sine theta plus cos theta the whole square. Alright. So now let me square this. So I have sine square theta plus cos square theta. So this is of the form a minus b the whole square. So a square plus b square minus 2ab, that is minus 2 sine theta cos theta plus, so again here I have sine square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sine theta cos theta. Here I have sine square theta. So I need the expression in terms of sine. So I'll write cos square theta as 1 minus sine square theta. 1 minus sine square theta. So here these two will get cancelled. This is 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. This is again 1. So 1 plus 1 gives me 2. Divide by sine square theta minus 1 plus sine square theta. So this is nothing but 2 divided by 2 sine square theta minus 1. So this is the final answer what we get. So problem 28, from top of a building which is 50 root 3 high, the angle of depression of a car on the ground is observed to be 60 degrees. So we need to find the distance of the car from the foot of the building. So I need to find QR. So here we find that these angles alternate. So if this is 60, this also is 60 degrees. Alright, so now what is tan 60? Very simple. So I have tan 60 is opposite side, which is PQ, which I know 50 root 3 divided by QR. Now what is tan 60? It is root 3 equals 50 root 3 by QR. So root 3 gets cancelled. So what is QR? It is nothing but 50 units. So QR is 50 meters. So very simple problem. Next, problem 28. So problem 28, find the area of the triangle ABC. So now if the three vertices of the triangle have been given, what is the area of the triangle? Area of triangle is nothing but half of, so very simple, x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. So let me name what x1 and y1 are. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So let me substitute the values and we'll find out the answer. So now we have half into x1 is 4, y2 is minus 2, y3 is minus 2 plus x2 is 3 into y3 is 2, y1 is minus 6. So minus of minus 6 plus x3 is 5, y1 is minus 6 and you have minus of minus 2. So I get half of 4 into minus 4 plus 3 into 8 plus 5. So this is minus 6 plus 2, which is minus 4. So minus 4 into 5. So I get half into minus 16, 8 3s are 24. So 3 into 8 plus 5 into minus 6 plus 2, which is minus 4. So I get half of minus 16 plus 24 minus 20. So what do I get? So it is minus 36 plus 24. So minus 36 plus 24 is minus 12 by 2, which is minus 6. So we cannot have the area of a triangle which is negative. So therefore the area is 6 square units. Now what else has been asked? One more thing has been asked. We need to find the length of the median AD. So I need to find the length of the median AD, but we also know that D is the midpoint of B and C. So let this be x4, y4. So what is D? D is x2 plus x3 by 2 and y2 plus y3 by 2, the two coordinates. So I have point D, which is x4 comma y4, which is x2 plus x3 by 2, y2 plus y3 by 2. So what do I get? 3 plus 5 by 2, and you have minus 2 plus 2 by 2. So 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 by 2 is 4, this is 0. Alright, so this is 4 comma 0. Now I need to find the length AD. How do I find the length AD? I find the length AD by using the distance formula. So AD is nothing but x4 minus x1 the whole square plus y4 minus y1 the whole square. So what is x4? x4 is 4 minus 4 the whole square plus, I have 0 here, minus of minus 6 the whole square, the whole root. So we get 36 root, which is equal to 6. Right? So the distance of AD is 6 units. So this is problem 28. So problem 29, so we know that the mean, which is x bar, is nothing but summation fi xi divided by summation fi. Alright, so now the frequency has been given here in the range. So summation fi is nothing but, you add up all of them, so this is 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 5, 12, 13, you get 20. And how do I calculate xi? Xi is calculated by taking the average of the lower and the upper bound. So 1 plus 5 by 2 is 6 by 2, which is 3. Next, 5 plus 9 by 2. So 5 plus 9 is 14 by 2 is 7. Next, 9 plus 13 by 2. 9 plus 13 is 22 by 2, which is 11. 13 plus 17 is 30 by 2 is 15. And then 17 plus 21, which gives me 38 by 2, which is 19. So now multiply fi xi. So 4 into 3 is 12, 7 into 3 is 21, 11 into 5 is 55, 15 into 7 is 105, and 19 into 1 is 19. Now sum the last column. So when I sum up all of them, so I get 10, 20, 22, 2 carry. So I have 3, 4, 5, 10, 11 and 2. So therefore the mean is 212 divided by 20. So you get the value as 10.6. So the mean is 10.6. So now problem 29, we need to solve this, or there is another option. So you need to find the mode of the following data. So now to find the mode of the following data, identify the highest frequency to get the modal class. So 15 is highest, so this is the modal class, and we find that the L happens to be the lower limit, and this is F0, this is F1, and this is F2. And what is H? H is nothing but the range, that is 10 minus 0, which gives me 10. Now what is the formula for mode? To calculate the mode, it is nothing but L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So I have the value L is 20 plus F1 minus F0, 15 minus 9 divided by 2F1, 2 into 15 is 30, minus F0 is 9 minus 9, F2 is 9 into H. What is H? H is 10. So I get the value as 20 plus So 15 minus 9 is 6 divided by 30 minus 18. You get 12 into 10. So you get 2, then you have 5. So the value is 25. So the mode value is 25. Next we have problem 30, which is a proof. So prove that the length of the tangents from the external point to a circle are equal. So now if I consider a circle with center O and I consider an external point P. Now let me draw two radii. So I have OQ, which is a radius, and OR, which is another radius. I draw tangents from point P to point Q and to point R. Now we have to prove that PQ is equal to PR. Now this proof is already there in the textbook, so I'll just briefly tell you how to go ahead with the proof. So now once you join PQ and QR, join PO. Now we find that OQ is equal to OR, right? OQ is equal to OR because they are the radii of the same circle. So this is R and this is also R. And what about PO? PO is the same side, right? So the side is equal, and we also know that PQ is perpendicular to OQ and PR is perpendicular to OR. So therefore, we find that these two triangles, triangles OPQ and triangle OPR, are similar, and hence PQ would be equal to PR. So this is the proof which you have to do, which is there in the textbook, and I have very briefly explained. So let's move on to problem 31. It's been given that the slant height of a frustum of a cone is 4 centimeters. So this is 4 centimeters, and the perimeter of the bases. So the perimeter of the lower base is 6 and the upper one is 18 centimeters, and we need to find the curved surface area of the frustum of the cone. Now let me assume that the radii of the upper circumference is R1 and the bottom one is R2. We know that the circumference is given by 2 pi r. So 2 pi r1 is equal to 18 centimeters. So what is r1? So this implies r1 equals, so 2 and 9. So I get 9 by pi centimeters. Now similarly for the bottom radii, 2 pi r2 radius is equal to 6. So therefore I cancel 2 and 6, which is 3. So R2 is equal to 3 by pi centimeters. So I've kept pi as it is so that it will later get cancelled. Now the curved surface area is given by the expression pi R1 plus R2 into L. So I have pi into, what is R1? 9 by pi. What is R2? 3 by pi. And what is L? L is 4. So I can take LCM here, common, pi into 9 plus 3 by pi into 4. So 9 plus 3 is 12 into 4, which gives us 48 square centimeters, or centimeters square. So this is problem 31, or we need to solve another problem. So the circumference of the base of the cylinder is 132 centimeters. So the base of the cylinder is 132 centimeters and the height is 25. So therefore let us try to find the radius. So let the radius be r. So we know that 2 pi r equals 132. So this is 66. So r is 66 divided by pi. So we need to find the volume of the cylinder. So here the radius units is centimeters. So what is volume of the cylinder? Volume of the cylinder V is equal to pi r square h. So pi into r is 66 by pi. So I have 66 by pi the whole square into h is 25. So I have pi into 66 into 66 divided by pi into 25. So 1 pi gets cancelled. So pi can be written as 22 by 7. So I have 22 and 7 goes on top. So here I can cancel 22 and 66, which is 3. So we have 66 into 25 into 21, because 7 into 3 is 21. So I get 66 into 25 into 21. So make sure that you multiply all the three numbers correctly. So we get the answer as 34650 centimeter cube, or cubic centimeter. So 34,650 cubic centimeter is the volume of the cylinder. It's a very easy problem. So next one, draw a less than type ogive for the given data. So you can see the data on your screen, and we have the class interval. So now this is the table here, this is the class interval, and we find the frequency here. To find the less than type, to draw the less than type ogive, so let me take the upper limit. So let me reframe it, less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, and so on. So therefore, if I have less than, so when I have less than 10, what about the frequency? It is 2. If it is less than 20, it means that it is less than 10 also. So it is 12 plus 2. So it will be 14. So less than 30, that will give me 2 plus 12 plus 2. So 14 plus 2, 16. So less than 40. So that's going to be 16 plus 4, which is 20. And less than 50 is going to give me 23. Right? So once you get this, it's very easy for us to draw the graph. So you have so on the y-axis you have the cumulative frequency. On the x-axis you have 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So here we basically have to mark the upper limits of the class interval. So we find that up to 10 it is 2, right? Up to 10 it is 2, up to 20 it is 14, and up to 30 it is 16, up to 40 it is 20, up to 50 it is 23. So we'll get a graph or a curve like this. You join all the points, you get the curve. So very simple problem. So let's move on to problem 33. So problem 33 is construction. So construct a tangent to a circle of radius 5 centimeters such that the angle between them is 60. So try to understand the problem. So I have a circle here. So first of all you draw a circle. And what is the radius? The radius is 5 centimeters. And what has been given? It's been given that you need to construct tangents to a circle. So tangents meaning it is not 1, so basically 2, such that the angle between them. So let me assume that I have a tangent from this point, another tangent from this point. The angle between them is going to be 60 degrees. So how do you do the construction? I'll just initiate and make sure that you draw the construction using the required geometry tools. So therefore you have to draw a circle and then draw another radius. So if this is 60, you know that this is 90 and this is 90, and we always know that the opposite angles, the sum of the opposite angles is equal to 180 degrees. So this will be 120 degrees. So with 120 degrees here, you draw the two radii, and of course you need to draw the tangents so that they will definitely intersect at an angle 60 degrees, right? So I leave the construction part. Let's move on to the next problem, which is problem 34. So make sure that you do the construction correctly using the geometry tools. So the next problem 34. So we are in Roman 5 where all the problems are 4 marks. So you need to solve 4 of them. So you need to solve the set of equations by using graphical method. So before we try to solve them by using graphical method, let us try to know the values of x and y by elimination. So this is rough work. Y can get cancelled when we add both of them. So I get 3x is equal to 9, or x is equal to 9 by 3, which is 3. So substitute the value of x here. So I get y equals 5 minus x, which is 3, so y is equal to 2. So x comma y is nothing but 3 comma 2. So this is the point of intersection of these two lines. Alright, so now I have y equals 5 minus x, and also you have 2x minus 4 equals y. So let's consider these two equations. So x, y, the coordinate x comma y. So here one of the value of x and y should be 3 and 2. So let us take one or two values on either sides. So if x is 0, y is 5. So one of the point is 0 comma 5. If x is 3, y is 2. So the point is 3 comma 2. So let's take if x is 5, y is 0. So I have 5 comma 0. Similarly, I have another table. Alright, so I have x, y, the point x comma y. Right, so if x is 0, y is minus 4. So I put x equal to 0, I get y minus 4. So it is 0 comma minus 4. Next, if x is 3, then definitely y is 2, right? 6 minus 4 equals 2, so I get 3 comma 2. Next, if x is 5, so if x is 5, I get 10 minus 4. So what is 10 minus 4? Is 6, so I get 6. So I get 5 comma 6. So now how do we draw this? So consider the xy coordinates. So this is x and this is y. So you have to draw it on the graph sheet. Make sure that you plot these points correctly. So I have 0 comma 5. So x is 0, y is 5. So it is 0 comma 5. Then if this is 3 and this is 2, I get point 3 comma 2. The next point is 5 comma 0. So 5 comma 0. So I join all of them. You get a straight line. So when you draw to scale, you will get a straight line. The next one is x is 0, y is minus 4. So it's somewhere here, minus 4, 0 comma minus 4. Next I have 3 comma 2. And next is 5 and then 6. So I join. So I'll get this point here. This point of intersection is the solution. So when you draw it on the graph sheet, you will get perfect straight lines. So I've just drawn it roughly. Now let's move on to the next one, 35. So there are two parts. So here, read the problem carefully. So the problem states that the third term of an AP is 8. So the third term meaning A3 is 8. And its ninth term exceeds 3 times the third term by 2. The ninth term is A9. And it exceeds the third term 3 times. So the third term is A3. It exceeds it 3 times by 2. So it is 3 into A3 plus 2. So now we need to find the sum of the first 19 terms. So how do we find the sum of first 19 terms? Let us see. So I have this equation. So what is A3? A3 is nothing but A plus 2D equals 8. Right? And what about A9? A9 is A plus 8D equals 3 into A3 is A plus 2D. So I substitute here A plus 2D plus 2. So I have A plus 8D equals 3A plus 6D plus 2. Alright, so now let me bring all the terms to LHS. So I have minus 3A plus A. So minus 3A plus A plus 8D minus 6D equals 2. So I get minus 2A plus 2D equals 2, or minus A plus D equals 1. So I call this as 1 and 2. So let me add equations 1 and 2. So I have A plus 2D equals 8. So when I add, A gets cancelled. So I get 3D equals 9, or D equals 9 by 3 equals 3. So now let me substitute the value of D in any one of the equations. So I have equation 2. So I have minus A plus D equals 1, or take A to the other side, A equals, so you get 3 minus 1, which is 2. So A is 2 and D is 3. So we've got A equals 2 and D equals 3. So I need to find the sum up to 19. So we know the expression. What is S19? it is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So we know the expression. So it's 19 by 2 into 2a, 2 into 2 plus 19 minus 1 into d is 3. So we have 19 by 2, this is 4 plus 18 into 3. So I get 54. So which is 19 into 58 by 2. So this is 29. So 19 into 29. So we get the value as 551. So this is the answer. So the sum up to 19 terms is 551. So now let's move on to the next one. Or it's been stated that the sum of 3 terms is 24 and the product of those 3 terms is 480. So the sum of 3 terms is 24 and the product is 480. So I need to find those 3 terms. So the easiest way is, now I can consider the 3 terms as a, comma a plus d and a plus 2d. But I can as well consider the 3 terms as a minus d, a and a plus d. If I do this, what happens? The d term gets cancelled. So therefore, the sum of these 3 terms, so a minus d plus a plus d equals 24. So d gets cancelled. So 3a equals 24. So a equals 8. So I've got 8. Now the product of these 3 terms. So I have a minus d, a plus d equals 480. So I have a into, this is of the form a plus b, a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So I have a square minus d square equals 480. Now let me substitute the value of a is 8. 8 square is 64 minus d square equals 480. So 8, 6 are 48, so this is 60. So now what happens? I have 64 minus 60 equals d square. So therefore I get d square equals 4 or d equals plus or minus 2. Root 4, which is plus or minus 2. So now I have 2 options. If d equals 2 plus 2. Now what are the numbers? The numbers are a minus d, a and a plus d, right? So let me write it here. They are a minus d, a and a plus d. So if d is plus 2, then what happens? I get 8 minus 2, which is 6. Then I have a, which is 8. And then I have a plus d, which is 8 plus 2 equal to 10. Next, if d is minus 2, then what happens? So I get 8 minus of minus 2, which is 10. So 8 plus 2. Then I have 8. Then you have 8. D is minus 2. So I get 8 minus 2, which is 6. So in either case, the 3 numbers what I get is 6, 8 and 10. So that remains the same. So whether you take d equals 2 or d equals minus 2, the numbers what we get remain the same. So problem 36 is a fairly simple problem. A toy is in the form of a cone mounted on a hemisphere. So you have a cone and then you have a hemisphere. So this toy has half hemisphere and then you have a cone. And with the radius shown in figure. So you find that the diameter is 6. So if the diameter is 6, if this is 6, the radius would be 3 and 3. So the radius is 3 centimeters. And the radius of both the hemisphere and the cone remains the same. And what else has been given? It's been given that the height is 4. So this height is 4 centimeters. So we need to find the total surface area of the toy. So therefore we have r equals 3 centimeters and the height equals 4 centimeters. So therefore I need to find the surface area. The surface area of toy is nothing but equal to the curved surface area, CSA of hemisphere, so I'll write HS, plus the curved surface area of a cone. So what is the expression for curved surface area of hemisphere? It is 2 pi r square, whereas the curved surface area of the cone is pi rl. So what is common in these two? Pi r is common. So I have 2r plus L. So now in all these things we know the value of r, which is 3, h is 4, but I need to find L. Now what is L? We find that this forms a right angle triangle. So this is 4, this is 3, so I need to find L. So what is L? Root of 4 square plus 3 square, which is root of 16 plus 9, which is root 25, which is equal to 5 centimeters. So this is 5. So we know that these two expressions, what is common? Pi r is common. So I have 2r plus L. So pi is 22 by 7 into r is 3. 2 into 3 is 6 plus L is 5. Right? So we get 22 by 7 into 3 into 11. So I have 66 into 11 by 7. So what is 66 into 11? So 66 into 11, I get 66, then 66, so we have 6 to 7. So you have 726 divided by 7. So let me divide. 726 divided by 7, ones are 7. So you have 2, 6. So I have 0, 3, 21, then I have 5. Alright, 50.7. So 7 sevens are 49. And then 1 and so on. So the value is 103.71 centimeters square. So this is the curved surface area of this toy, which has half hemisphere and half cone. So given, construct a triangle of side BC equal to 4 centimeters, AB equal to 6 and AC equal to 4.5 centimeters. Then construct triangles similar to it whose sides are 2 by 3 of corresponding sides of the triangle ABC. So first of all, let us draw the triangle. So I have AB of 6 centimeters, right? So now with 4.5 centimeters cut an arc, and then from B as center with 4 centimeters cut another arc. So this becomes point C. So join AC and join BC. So AC is 4.5 and this is 4 centimeters. Right? So now I need to construct another similar triangle whose sides are 2 by 3 corresponding to the triangle ABC. So for that, what has to be done? Draw a line making an acute angle, right? And taking an equal length, construct or mark 3 arcs, so A1, A2 and A3, right? So A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A3. So now join. So what has to be done? So we need to construct another triangle, right, whose sides are 2 by 3 corresponding to the triangle ABC. So if the numerator is smaller, we will get the new triangle which is inscribed within, right? So now join BA3 and with this same angle cut an arc and join A2 to intersect the line AB. So let me call this as B dash. So similarly here, measure this angle. So same with this angle here, draw a line which remains parallel to BC. So this BC dash. So here I have the triangle AB dash C dash and the triangle ABC, and they are in the ratio 2:3. Right? So if the numerator is smaller than the denominator, we find that the new triangle will be inscribed within the triangle, and if the numerator is larger, we find that the triangle gets inscribed outside the considered triangle. So this is problem 37. Now next you have the last question, which is a 5-mark question, right? So you have Roman 6. State and prove basic proportionality theorem, which is nothing but Thales theorem, right? So this is a proof which is being given in the textbook, and the proof is well known. So I hope you have practiced all the proofs of all the chapters correctly. So I will skip explaining basic proportionality theorem. So I will skip explaining basic proportionality theorem because theorems are well known. So now I hope that you have gone through the model paper 1 and model paper 2. So those of you who have not gone through model paper 1, I have solved the entire paper and the link has been given in the description. And for model paper 2, I have also given the link of the question paper in the description. And to find all the other videos on the various chapters of 10 mathematics, check out the description. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon to get notifications of all the further uploads, and thanks for watching.